Welcome to the show, Pro Se Lawsuit Center. I need some money. The new JBs. Y'all don't be saying James Brown. This the new JBs. They paid me to do a spot for them. Damn. All right. Ain't nobody dead yet. But you know what? When you want to do whatever it takes, you ain't worried about none of that. Besides, I'm in a situation room. Yeah. Oh, somebody should show up. I'm in the situation room. Yeah. Okay, so if you guys seen any of my videos that I made from, well, it looked like I'm in a plane. I can't say certain words or whatever, but okay, yeah, it looked like I'm in a plane. Yeah, the situation room's connected to that. So, but you know what? When I go to that over there, and these people always want to be messing with you and want to see to make sure, There, neighbors, you packing? Yes, sir. I got my stuff right here. That's. I'm glad I don't have to wear it all the time anymore because it's kind of heavy when it's loaded up with stuff. But I got a little something lighter. That one time the captain, the boss was here and asked me, "Is that the only?" Okay. So let's just get everything lined up here. Because I know they're probably going to send my thing out kind of late since they don't like what I have to talk about. But that's all right because the way they do this, the way they do it, we have to do it how we need to do it to get done what we need to get done. And that's how we do it because we roll without limitations over here. Now, in tonight's video, welcome to Pro Se Lawsuit Center. I'm Coach Asshole. That's what they're calling me right now, and they call me some other names, but my grandkids could be watching, and so they're probably good with asshole. Okay, all right. Yeah, so they're a little grumpy about what we're going to talk about tonight. But we're going to talk about it anyway. No, we're going to talk about it anyway. Oh. My glasses are fogging up. I think I'm getting... we get a little worked up today. Oh, no, but I'm excited. I'm excited today to bring this to the table for everybody. You don't have to be facing the illegal foreclosure eviction process to use this. No. No. Y'all keep up with me over her, okay? Because we roll without limitations, okay? When you roll without limitations, that's what champions do. Champions roll without limitations. They see the beginning and they see the end. Okay, and then and then you gotta do the middle. Okay? You gotta do the middle. And if you're willing to do whatever it takes, then oh, that's a wrap. It ain't too hard to figure out what it's gonna take. So I'm just gonna go down through this do the thing to get the information in the video, and then we're going to talk about some other stuff and why we're in the situation room. I didn't want to do this video in the situation room. I wanted to do it in the people's ring, you know, in the people's ring. Y'all seen some of the videos where, I get to come in with my mustard on, like, ready. I'm ready. As a matter of fact, if any of these bar members that are pissed off about this package, then just send me an email address, and in the next live stream, when this one's over, well, probably tomorrow because I'm pretty tired. In the next live stream, you can come. We'll have your ass right up here in the corner as a guest, and you can explain to everybody all of the bull crap that I've been getting from y'all, okay? Because I don't believe none of it. And y'all can contact the Attorney General for the state of Florida if you want to. Mr. D said, I could give you his number. That's what I told them. Okay? So why they grumpy? Let's just get to it, and then we'll talk a little more about that. So, okay, so I don't know. I got to sip my tea before we get to it. I'm really excited about this. All right, so let's just get to it. Are you facing the foreclosure eviction and feeling like the system has already run you out of money and decided your fate, leaving you powerless against the fraudulent conveyance and unlawful eviction tricks that they do in the municipal court, the other court, the JP court, switching over to that court, those courts that get their jurisdiction from the city ordinance? Yes, municipal court gets its jurisdiction, its judicial authority from the city. What corporation can give its own court judicial authority? Oh, JP Court, Justice Court. Oh, over in Georgia, they have another court that's run by the Master of Equity. That's that person's name that steals everybody's property. The Master of Equity. Yeah, help a lot of people in Georgia get this situation handled. But I had to do some the non-Judas. I had to do a little homework. The Master of Equity is not even a judge. The Master of Equity is an attorney that was appointed to do this RICO operation over here. Look that shit up. Look it up. So you wonder why you feel powerless against the fraudulent conveyance and the unlawful eviction trick? Well, it's because this whole system is structured to do just what it's doing. This is exactly why I created the notice of conveyance lawsuit package. Because the very first strike you place in the public record changes the balance of power and makes your position undeniable. Yeah. What are you talking about, Coach? You're talking trash like I always do, but I back it up. I'm back. Okay, just work with me here. Okay, the moment that you place the notice of conveyance on the public record and follow it up with a less pendants, the title becomes toxic. And everything the buyer thought they gained begins to collapse around around your yard. I'm just saying, work with me here. They can't finance the property because no bank is willing to lend on a clouded title. They can't resell because no title company is going to insure a transfer on the record. They can't rent because tenants ain't going to. They're going to avoid disruptive properties, and the courts refuse landlord-tenant actions with defective titles. Oh, defective titles. Okay, hang on a second right here. Okay, because in the beginning of this program right here, how we were challenging the title or getting this handled was filing a lawsuit in federal court and then getting a certified copy of that lawsuit, which I did 3 or 4 weeks ago. You know, it was $400 to file a lawsuit, and then it was $36 to get a copy of 40-something pages, certified copy, excuse me. Okay, and then you take that over to the county recorder's office, and you place it on the public record, your list pendants lien, with that lawsuit attached to it. That's how we learned how to do it in the first place. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff for people trying to make a decision of should I keep fighting? Should I start packing? Should I? That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff for families who've been beat down by the system. The system is structured to run your ass out of money and jam you up. That's the way, you can't pay a parking ticket. Now they're going to they're not going to renew the tags on your car. You can't renew the tags on your car. Okay, so now you get pulled over going to work because you need to feed your damn family and pay your okay, sorry. I'm getting stuck here. All right, but I think y'all feel the pain that I'm talking about. I think y'all feel the pain that I'm talking about. I think you do. Now, the buyer, when you use this package and place the notice of conveyance in the public record, it's cost you like $10 or something. It's only a couple of pages. So you didn't have to. If they charge me $17 a page to place that in the record, I just paid $17. I wouldn't even fight them on it, which is ridiculous because, they're going to come out with whatever they can to block our asses from punching them in the face. Okay? So this is what I live for. I'm so excited tonight. By the time we're done right now, y'all see how excited I am about this right here going on. And I'm hiding out in the situation room. Okay? And you know what? I don't really give a crap. Okay? Because they already did what they were going to do to me. They did, and I'm still here. So they can come do what they want to. I don't they know where the hell I'm at. They know I'm not a deal taker. I don't take the deal. I don't take the deal. Yeah. They locked me up and did all this stuff to try to get me to lie on my wife who was innocent. And this is like 2 years or 3 years later. Oh, taking attorneys allowed them to drag it out and do all, Okay. Well, they told me to stop complaining in Washington, D.C. and calling them and all that shit. And, I'm like, I don't know. Shit, I was raised, I got some rights. I'm calling somebody. Yeah, and then lock my ass up. They locked me up to get me out of the way so they go after my wife without, no, that, And then they had the nerve to come to me 6 months later after locking me up in CCA in Leavenworth, Kansas, in that shithole. 6 months later, my attorney, Cheryl Pilot, her office is in Overland Park on Cherry Street, and the investigator piece of crap that she had working for her, Denny Conway. Oh, I'm good at remembering stuff. Denny Conway. Okay. So they came the second time. Well, the first time they came and we started talking, and they started talking stupid. And I just told them, I want to go back. I didn't even let them get to what they wanted. The second time they came, okay, they got to what they wanted. But I knew it was going to be ugly, so I asked the guard who, when you spend as much time there as you get to know everybody because you know who you can trust and whatever, so that you can. Okay, so I asked him to come in the meeting with me because I have a right to ask him to come stand because to them, I need somebody to listen. You don't ever want to go in a situation without, I know, attorney-client privilege. Oh, hell no. There ain't none of that shit because I'll tell you right now, they're going to go report everything you say to the prosecutor. That's what they're going to do. And I already knew that because they was already sending me out for a mental evaluation, so, well, I had to take the first one before I got locked up. And then when I pissed them off, I kind of pissed them off because, okay, so they came in, we had a meeting. I asked the guard to come in and listen, and they told me, we can get you out today. And we're going to let you keep your big fancy house that you bought and that I worked at a job for 17 years to pay for and sold it. And my wife, okay, so we both worked to pay for that. And I was like, I'm thinking to myself, damn, they're going to let me keep my house? And then they said, we're also going to give you back some of the stuff that we took out of your wife's business. Because my wife ran one business and I ran a delivery service and whatever, but they were full of shit. She challenged the cops because they were screwing her because she was a girl. They're screwing her because she was a woman. And she stood up to their ass. Okay, so, then it started getting like, well, I ain't having that shit. Y'all ask. So, they decided that, they were going to just keep me locked up because they figured I would just, give up and throw my high school sweetheart under the bus. How would I explain that to my 3 superhero kids that, hell no. So when they told me that, I was like, instead of getting mad, because that's what they were trying to do. They were all trying to do all the shit, trying to make me grumpy. So, so I don't know what, so anyway. So I just looked at, I looked at them. I said, they could get me out today if I let them know that there was something going on in my wife's store. I don't even have to say what it was. I just have to leave the door open so she never gets the hell out of prison, I guess. I don't know. Okay, this is, so I looked them right in the eye. Both my attorney and the investigator. Well, he was sitting over there, so I had to make my eyeballs go off to the side like that. And I told him, I told him, oye, yo no quiero ver mi casa ahorita porque me gusta la comida en la pinta aquí. And the guard almost started laughing. And then he got his composure real quick. And they looked at me and they understand. I looked at the guard and said, por favor, dile. Él no mi abogado. Él pinche pendeja trabajo. El abogado allá, pendejo abogado allá, trabajo para el quiso. para fiscal. No trabajo para mí. And he was like trying to keep from laughing. And I said, ya que bates aquí, yo quiero voir mi, yo quiero voir mi casa, which means I don't want to go to my house, which was my cell, because that's where that's where I was living at the time. Oh yeah, and then they made me start going out for these mail evaluations or whatever. So this package, the buyer feels it instantly in the pocketbook, and suddenly the leverage gets shifted back. The leverage shits. Sorry, I didn't say that. Back in your hands. Here's what this package delivers you step by step. Notice of conveyance. The first document you record to start the clouding of the title. The notice of fraudulent. Oh, that's no, one's supposed to be the okay. No, that's twice. The less pendants, which deepens the cloud and makes the property illegal and toxic. The demand for a demand letter to the buyer, removing their ability to hide behind the innocent purchaser defense. And you also get the $200 million counterclaim to file in the case if they add. Okay, so the counterclaim, and this is for all of the counterclaims. The counterclaim is how we crush the state court process now. Okay, the $200 million counterclaim that you file in a state case that you get in pretty much, and I think it comes. I know it comes in a premium document. Okay, the $200 million counterclaim, you add the state to it. You add the judge to it because the judge is getting paid by the state, and you add the eviction parties to it, and you file in their case. They file against you without paying filing fees, without serving them. And they can't respond to anything that you file that you get from winningcourtnow.com anyway, because we use federal case law and federal acts and everything that we file in state court to crush them at the gate. And finally, the federal complaint that includes temporary restraining order and injunction with the full constitutional a constitutional emergency claim. And when you place the notice in the public record, the buyers are trapped. When you place the notice of conveyance in the public record and the notice of less pendants in the public record, without having to pay $400 filing fee for the federal, without having to do all that stuff, the buyers are trapped with a property they can't refinance, they can't resell, they cannot rent. They're stuck with paying the mortgage payment, taxes, insurance, and upkeep while you block every possible profit stream. Oh, this is a whole lot. This is a much better game plan than what we were doing. This is a much better, and we arrived here from the real-time feedback from a lot of people Well, from the three people that are using the writ of mandamus foreclosure eviction package to re-enter the home. Okay, so this chokehold forces them to face your claim on your terms, not theirs. Okay, I had someone tell me, "Oh, well, I want my day in court." No, you don't. That's not the goal that the real-time feedback has figured out that we need to have on the table. It's not your day in court. Okay. I'll tell you right now, and I've been in court a lot. I ain't never been convicted of nothing. And I'm, and especially in state or federal. Okay. In federal, okay, but here's the thing. When you throw that on the table, you need to throw this in behind it. I ain't never took the deal either. Okay. You can say you ain't never been convicted, but you need to throw that second part in there if you was in federal, because they got a 98% conviction rate. That's what they call it. It's a plea rate, if you ask me. I took my 2%, and what people miss is that their whole program is structured off of fraud, so they can't never straighten it up. This chokehold forces them. The notice of conveyance lawsuit package allows you the opportunity to cloud the title and stop the court process. I threw that in. I'm saying it. It stops the court process. Well, it stops the process. Okay. So, Coach, you always laughing and being, Okay. So, I do be silly sometimes. Okay. But I think I'm bringing the fire. Okay. Here you go. We roll without limitations over here. I know. What I want to know, and if there's somebody out there doing this, okay, email me. And be honest. What I want to know how many people out there are thinking, this fraudulent conveyance, I can, and let's pin this package. I can use that to put a lien against my own property to cloud the title or whatever. No, that's not what I want to know. What I want to know as a coach is how many of you are actually thinking, for $99, I could put a lien on their shit. Now I couldn't put that in. No, come on now. I can't put that in the ad. Okay. You can jam them up and stall your shit. Okay. How many of you are thinking about, I can use this to put a lien on the damn courthouse and lien the stinking judge's entire office and our cases, all of our foreclosure cases? How many of you are thinking about that? How many of you are thinking about, how about if I put this lien against the county recorder's office and all their assets? All of those. See, that's what I want to do. Oh, I got it. Oh, we have fun tonight. I know I got some bar members watching tonight. Y'all bar members, call me. Ring my ass up. I'm right here. Okay. Y'all know where I'm at. Ring me up. I'll send you a link. You come to the live stream and you can talk first. You can take the kickoff, or you can do the kickoff. It don't matter. It does not matter. How many of you have thought about, okay, wait, Coach, how am I put a lien on their shit, all of their LLCs and all their properties and all that? How am I do that? Okay, I'm not that smart. Okay, I'm not. I played football in college, And I'm not that smart. But let me ask you something. Did they not buy all of the shit that they have in their LLC the same way you did? They bought it the same way. Okay, Coach, how does that connect to my stuff? Oh my God, y'all killing me. Okay, if they run a RICO operation, the money that they use to get that property and their property and the property they live in and the property next door that their families live in, it's all dirty. Oh, we switched over to the RICO package. That was smooth. That was smooth. We got a RICO online course, but we had to take a RICO out of it because they was real. They was real. Right now, they're having a problem with the fact that we figured out how to put a lien and cloud the property without having to pay their freaking fees. Okay. That's what we figured out here. We figured out how to do that by filing notice, a damn notice. Why didn't your attorney tell you that shit when they, sorry, I'm getting worked up. Why didn't the attorney tell you that when you hired the attorney to help you with the foreclosure? Which I'm sure was a waste of your time. And I haven't had one person that told me that the attorney helped them with the foreclosure because the attorney's friends down the street are doing the same shit. So they just get each other's back. They kiss their butt, they kiss your butt, whatever. Did they tell you you could put a lien against the attorney's house? Well, you know, you can file a state lawsuit for $200 and put a lien. Oh, wait. The attorney's operating in the RICO. Oh, RICO. Oh, they don't like that. I take that off of everything. They would not let none of my ads. Oh. Did they tell you that you could put a lien on the attorney's license to practice stealing? BAR card. Sorry. BAR card. Sorry. Did you tell you that the BAR card that you get from winningcourtnow.com trumps their estate? Crap. Oh. The eviction, the foreclosure eviction is not the end. It's not the end. It's the moment that you fight back with the non-conventional program on your side. It's the moment you fight back with the real-time feedback from all the people that have the courage that you have to step up to the plate and do whatever it takes. The notice of conveyance lawsuit package clouds the title, and the less spending shuts down the unlawful eviction by bringing your case in the federal court and enforcing due process and respect. It actually shuts down a situation because it clouds the title. And when I say shut down, Marquita, she's using the foreclosure defense writ of mandamus package, the eviction package to get back into her house, and she has them in default. And the constitutional emergency situation that we put in it forces them to move it up to higher court. And when that happens, it strips away the higher court, strip away the administrative BS that y'all been dealing with down here on the yeah. Our packages, we have stepped up. We have been, well, for the time, we've been helped me get it in stepped up, figuring out what we need to do to get some stuff shut down. It's cool being able to roll all day without drama. I don't deal with drama, so oh, oh. This package, this package is put together for you to take control of the fight. It's put together to record your notice of conveyance and list pendants in the public record for a very small amount of money. So for a very small amount of money, remember, you're not filing it in a case, you're placing it in the public record. Now, the less pendants also comes if you buy the less pendants package, which is a little bit different than this. The difference between this and the other less pendants package is this package is strict work. Come on, work with me. This package is strictly structured for the eviction process. It's not, and this is what we learned. We learned from the real-time feedback that we need to separate the eviction process from the foreclosure process because the eviction buttheads were hiding behind all these other people. Corporations, sorry. Well, and people. And once, and Marquita was the first one that did this, she added only the buyer and the state, and the buyer and the buyer's attorney too. And the day after they were served, the buyer put up a for sale sign on the property, and it's funny because Marquita was complaining to me earlier. Yeah, they're painting my house and doing all this stuff, whatever. I'm like, dude, you got like a $200 million lawsuit. So what's your point, coach? I'm like, dude, what is it you want them to do? Because I know, I know you may not like the color or whatever, okay? But I know there's something that you want them to do. What is it? She thought, oh, coach, it'd be nice if they put up a fence. Shit, call their ass and tell them, dude, I'm suing you off for $200 million. I'll take $1.5 million off if you put up a fence. And put up one of my neighbor's yard too, where y'all asses at it. Rolling without limitations. Stop the foreclosure eviction process cold. And they call me, text me, and you know what? I didn't think about that. They just text me, and I got a couple of emails. Several, and then they just not happy about this package. They're not happy. I think. Okay, so we had a live stream back a while back when I learned that the local rules that they use at each location to violate your due process were structured by the state Supreme Court. And when I learned that, I almost fell over. Well, I just bent over. I didn't really fall because I already. Okay, guys, work with me here. Oh, they're not connected to the Constitution and not connected to the federal rules. So they're only connected to, the same thing the others don't connect to is, in my opinion, is their pocketbooks or whatever. Okay, so we had a live stream and I posted it like a day prior. If that's how this is structured, everybody thinks the Supreme Court is all badass because they wear robes. I'm sure they burn shit. That's kind of what I said or whatever. Okay, but we had a live stream, and in the live stream title it was "We're adding the state Supreme Court using a supplemental pleading," which is how we add or change or adjust stuff without having to kiss anybody's ass or ask anybody for shit. And you can go to the Federal Civil Rules, Civil Procedure, and scroll down below that, down by the number, and see what's helping. So we add them to the lawsuit using a supplemental pleading and yeah. So let me go ahead and get the screen share turned off here. This package is I got somebody here. Yep. The Supreme Court is at the bottom. Well, you know, welcome, Frederick. Okay, so before I can agree with you, I'm going to ask, how deep is your barrel? I'm going to know how deep your barrel is. Okay, never mind. Yeah, because there's some other people down there. Okay, no, but I understand what you're saying. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to do a screen share, and I'm going to show you guys what the package looks like. Oh yeah, so we're also streaming live tonight over on. We're streaming live over on Rumble, and yeah, I think we're on Odyssey too. Well, Rumble, Odyssey, Twitter, and the other place. I ain't giving them free shit because they've been dogging my ass. The other place. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I didn't even want to put in the title what we're going to talk about tonight. I don't think they scanned the pictures. Bam! Oh, I cannot believe I'm. Okay, so so they told me that that they was gonna contact I don't know, the governor, attorney general, and I think that in Florida and report me. So I think it's DeSantis. He's the governor. I don't know who the attorney general is, but they're gonna call me and report me. And I started laughing because these foods are so silly. They assume a lot of shit, and that makes it easier to kick their ass if you know where the ass is to kick. Okay, they assume. So they saw the ad in Florida, and they assumed that I'm from Florida. They don't realize that I could be from somewhere else and run an ad specifically in Florida if I know how to make the damn ad or whatever state. If you're going to advertise, you don't want to advertise in every state. You want to advertise in the states that have the highest rate for the problem that the solution that you have to solve their problem. How's that? I think California is the biggest one, but notice of conveyance lawsuit packet. Stop the foreclosure lockout, challenge the eviction. Okay, so if you have a property situation, whether it's property tax, not tax, judicial and non-judicial, this package, okay. After what I read already, if you don't understand, y'all should be jumping over there. Okay, this ain't gonna happen very often. Okay, this is my way of punching them back in the face and saying thank you for all the people that supported us here. Yeah, that's this. Stop and think about it. I don't know. I was going to do the math and see how many people face this unlawful foreclosure. How many families face this unlawful foreclosure eviction process every day? I didn't have time to do the math because I was busy just. But I thought about it in my head. So you can. I look at it this way. You can think about jamming and getting rich for making a lot of money, like most people do, selling something that's really expensive. Or maybe you could take a shot at it, selling some badass shit cheap to all the people who need it. Okay, because the people who need it can't afford it if it's coming from over there. But you know, over there maybe they can. Over there is where I came from, and I was raised by my grandma, and she taught me you never forget where you came from. Look at this, full instructions and the results you can expect. You got a disclaimer. I think some of the instructions are missing. We're going to elaborate on those. We're learning. We still got some things to do here. And that package is. I got to take a sip of my tea before I say it again. I have a hard time saying I cannot believe. I think I'm in, I don't know, Udemy. What's the name of that place you can go buy books for like 5 cents? Okay. Nah, but you know what? I'm proud as hell of it. It's pretty stinking cool to have a freaking program. Oh, that people like me can use to protect their property. And you don't have to kiss their butt or put up with their crap. Now, why am I clicking on this? $99. This is a $99 first week of the month sale. $99. 99. Damn! That's $99 too? Shit, let me get my glasses on. Yeah, they was talking crap on my foreclosure package too. I got it on sale for $99. And it's just going to be on sale for the next 2 days. 2 days. $99. $99. Oh, I should change that. Yeah, okay, but hey, here's the thing. I need Google reviews, or excuse me, video reviews, because Google kicked me off when we started jamming them up with the property tax package. I need video reviews. One, when you read the package and you see what's when you see what you got in, and then the other review I need when you go and file and stick the stuff in their face. I want to review how they act. Yeah, first week, and the week's almost over, so this is just 2-day sale. So y'all need to keep up. Oh. We've got new prices throughout the website. With the tariff war, I know it's making everything expensive because I have to buy food myself. So you can see what we got right there. Two days. Now the RICO, well, we're calling it the online course now for foreclosure offense. The foreclosure offense online course. We had to take the RICO out of it. Those people that invested in that RICO package are the people that are going to be in the first RICO online course. I have two spots to fill today. I have 2 spots left, and they're a premium package price of $1,500. Those 2 spots will get you in. The next course that we have in a month or so is going to be $3,500, and we're going to have all of everything lined out, and we're going to have the video reviews from all of the people that's already signed up in the course. And it's going to feature the RICO. It is, but I can't put that in the title or the stuff. And we have a study page set up right now. It's called the Student Hub or something like that on the website. And you can click on it and you can take a look at all of the stuff that's in it. That's where we're going to be communicating until I get the online course structured. The online course that the online courses that we're going to have now are hosted on our own website. Thank you to Humaira from Pakistan. She is my partner that helps take care of that make this look is beautiful. I'm not. She is priceless, and the work that she does is right here. It's it. Thank you, Humaira, for everything that you do, and sooner or later I'll be able to compensate you for the value that you're bringing to the table. Right now, we're giving some shit away. But I'm getting that. I'm getting, and oh man, I live in Kansas is about ready for them to start. It's about ready for them to start chopping down the corn, which is really bad because then the dust and the. But that's all right. Without eating that stuff here a few weeks back, yummy. Okay, so yeah, they're not actually in dishonor, Frederick, because they're in their own program. So they're in honor if they're screwing us over. Okay. Now I know what you mean, man. I mean, as far as from our side of the fence, they actually are because they're throwing everybody under the bus, and that's not how we roll over here. So this package is I don't even know. Okay, I know why I'm doing it because I can. And it's been my life mission to piss these people off. That's my life mission. Piss these people off for what they put my family through, what they put me through, what they put my wife through, my kids. And I'm having fun. And you know what? That's my guarantee for y'all ass. When you get in my program, the one thing that I tell you is that you're going to learn how to have fun. You're going to learn how to have fun watching these people sweat that been in your face. You're going to have fun when you finally get that peace of mind that you don't have to worry about that knock on the door. Frederick, stop laughing at me if my camera moves and shows my light, okay? I'm going to send, I'm in the situation room. I can send my situation people to your house, okay? But I'm gonna tell them to mess with the neighbors because you already got the shit that from us, and you can't deal with that. They ain't that. Oh no, they don't, and there ain't nobody going to your house for nothing. Okay, you already told me what you've been doing to them people over there. So if I know how to throw a laughing face, I'll throw my laughing face up there. Okay, I'm just talking trash. I know they're not going to your house for nothing. Okay, yeah, because. Oh, yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Now I'm going to there's some stuff that I'm going to set up a subscription situation. Oh, now you can laugh at me, man, if you if you want to. Oh, no, it's all right. You can laugh at me too, because Okay, so the most stupidest thing I did when I first started doing this, yeah, it was so funny. My ex-wife used to watch this dude named Borg. He used to chop up the Bible, and he didn't have no eyebrows. He was this white dude, and he had no eyebrows. And it took me a minute. What the hell? He looks so weird. But anyway, he was drinking wine and shit. I was like, damn. Oh, he's drinking wine, though. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I decided I was going to do that one day. And so I poured some, but I forgot. And usually I take a swallow of water or a sip of my tea so that when I start talking, my voice don't sound too scratchy. And so I took a sip of that wine right before it came on, and I started choking. I went live. Oh yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad. And then one of my friends was like, "Yeah, you just cut that dude. There's no cut shit out when you're going live, okay?" I just roll with it. I think I'm still alive. Maybe am I still alive? I'm not counting the lights, so I think I'm good. Everybody loved it. No, yeah. No, they don't like you. I know they don't like. I know they don't like. They don't like the whooping that you giving them, and I know that you know that you're taking the pay work and using it the way that we apply it, but you're also changing a little bit about the things and I got the email that you sent me too. So I think that's great. Once you get control of the situation, you should be able to. Okay, so one of the goals of our program here is to jumpstart your critical thinking process. To jumpstart your critical thinking process. That's one of the goals. Okay, so what the hell are you talking about, coach? Okay, work with me here. Okay, there was no lender. Okay, the money was generated with your signature. Uh, and yeah, that's so once you start getting this process rolling, there's other holes that you see, other opportunities that you see to take a punch at them, to take punches at them based off of some of the information that you knew already or that you learned along the way from other people that were on the same non-conventional side, but were just a little bit different uh than the conventional non-conventional. Come on now. I got this that we do over here. And it's really cool to hear what people are doing. Now, there's not much that I want, because you got to understand, if I change something, then I got to change it. Which, if it has value for everybody or the majority of the body, then we do what we got to do. And we start out with that change in the coaching group over at neighbors_coach. That's where we start out with that change. Now, with that being put on the table, I want to talk about a couple of Nah, I'm back. I wasn't going nowhere. There you go. That's where the coaching. That's where the coaching takes place at neighbors_coach. Okay, so here's the thing: if you invest in a premium package, we have a protocol for communicating on the phone. If you invest in the package that aren't $1,500 or more, then the coaching is done there, and I don't really spend time on the phone. Otherwise, I would never get anything done, nor would I have time to take the calls from the new people that are calling in that are trying to get in the program. And the coaching and the stuff that have to get done, have these new packages and stuff, whatever. Okay, so what I need to have people doing is okay. So if you have something that you want that you need to talk to me, you should send me a text. Hey, coach, this is whatever. I have your name here and have something next to your name that lets me know the value and taking your call. So you say, coach, I have a question about my foreclosure. These people sent me this or whatever, and just tell them what to send you. And I just need to know because then it gives me an idea, in the text, short, just to the point, and then I'll get back with you like when I can. So I don't really now. With that being said, when you call me or when we do communicate, I'm going to be asking you some questions about the situation. Now, I can tell from the tone of your voice that you just got something or you got something a couple of days ago and you should have been talking to me about it or whatever. I can tell that, okay. But that's what you're thinking. Some people think that's the coaching part. That's not the coaching part. That's the part of telling you what to do. And that's not what I do. I don't work well with people who don't manage their fear or park it at the curb or stick it over there or do something with it. I don't work well with that. And I'm just going to tell you right there. Okay. I don't work well with people who call me who got something in the mail and they haven't even figured out what they're trying to do with whatever it is they got. What it is they're trying to, what are they going to gain from it? What are they going to gain from doing this? Can they do this? The can they do this should send yourselves back to the documents and the training and all of the stuff. Okay. And then what do I need to do to stop this? Well, most people don't go back to the package and get out of the package what they need to crush these people. Oh, no, I don't want to hear that. I don't. Don't even call me. Don't even contact me, email me, or message me, okay, until your fear is up the street. I'm just telling you, because I'm not going to be nice to you. I'm going to try, but I'm not going to be nice to you. I'm just going to tell you. I don't want to hear that shit. You're in or you're out. If you're in and they send your ass something, okay, is it from a federal attorney? Because if it's not from a federal attorney, then they don't have no right to be sending you shit. Everything that we file in state court crushes the state court process. Oh, I know. They moved it over to federal. It's the same players. The state players moved it over to federal. Do they have a federal attorney? Or is the judge just screwing you over by allowing them to continue doing? Oh, wait. Or maybe you're just throwing yourself under the bus because you don't understand the fire that you have. Okay. Now, if you call me because you invested in the premium package, and I can tell from that exactly when we start talking, exactly what is the situation, okay, I'm not going to hang up on you. I'm going to tell you, hey, this is how this should happen, whatever. And then I'm going to ask you the things I just got done. Well, no. The first thing I'm going to ask you is, what's the posture of the case? What did you file? If you can't tell me exactly what the hell it was you filed, then I'm going to automatically assume that you don't know what the hell you did and they're screwing with you. Well, they're going to screw with you anyway, but it's easier for them if you don't understand. If you can't tell me, Coach, I filed the supplemental pleading, Coach, I filed the demand as Coach, I filed. If you can't tell me what you filed like that, then I can't coach you. Because I'm gonna have to assume, oh well, I found the one document where you add the whatever to it or whatever. Was it for the credit card? I don't remember all of the shit about everybody's stuff. If you can't tell me what you filed, the name of the document, the title right here, if you can't tell me that, there's not much we can talk about. I don't assume anything. I mean, I try not to assume anything. I don't. I'm giving myself 5.5 stars for the stuff that I don't. If you can't tell me the name of the documents that you filed, then I'm going to think right there is the problem. You don't understand what the hell we're doing. If you can't tell me off the top of your head who your defendants are, if you tell me that you added the servicer, somebody gonna have to go run some damn laps or something. When they send you something, if the state replies to you and they have new attorneys or whatever, you didn't do something right, or they don't respect you, and you said something or something, okay? Because they can't respond to nothing because they can't respond to federal case law and federal acts, statutes, and codes. They move it over to federal court, they still can't respond because the assets still don't have a federal bargain. Hell, you can get one off the website, $75. They don't have one. And the judge knows it. But they tell the judge, okay, she got this fire. We can't respond down there. She knows that, but or he, but they got their head, they don't, so when you have a situation, you need to understand why they're trying to, what it is they're doing, why they're trying to do it, what is their goal, why. If you don't understand the why, then you're just, and this goes the same way with our program. We don't go after the what, the foreclosure, the what. No, we go after the why. The why they're able to violate you in the first place. The why was, because they violate your due process when statutes and codes and administrative, whatever. That's the why. We go after the why, not the what. I mean, we drag the what in, but behind. Oh, yeah. If they respond to anything that you got from me, they're full of shit. If you let them get away with it, then I don't know. I'm not trying to say that might be something, You guys, you understand what I'm saying? I think you understand what I'm saying. Okay, I meshed it together. We came up with what we're doing. I meshed it together with my ADD head. But we came up with this. If you don't, now not everybody has to follow it or whatever. You need to follow it until you get control. And then if you know the why, then you can come up with the what you need to kick them people's ass. Okay. Now, when you contact me for coaching, I'm going to be asking you, okay, some questions. If you don't understand them, then there's not going to be much value for both of us. For communicating with me, there should be value. There has to be value for both of us. Or now I want to make sure it's value for me. Okay. Oh, and I'm going to make sure it's value for you too. And some people get mad at me. Some people get mad when I tell them I don't need to hear all of that stuff. I don't need to hear why and what you're doing. Just tell me when you're ready to go. I don't need to hear. I have people call me. I had a lady call me just yesterday, and she got really mad because I don't have a program for handicapped people. Now, I can work with people who English is not their first language, okay? Because I speak another language and I understand that. I can fit that in. No, but I don't know what all these other handicaps are. I don't know how to coach people for that. So I just told the lady and she got mad. She's going to report me today, whatever. I only know one way to coach people. And so that's what I do. And so, but I didn't throw her under the bus or on the tracks or toward the bus. My comment to her was she should get somebody to help her, and I'll be glad to coach them if they're together, whatever. But anyway, everybody got their own program, and here we're gonna go by mine because it's put together from the real-time feedback from all of the people that's in it. So, and I'm going to start a subscription where people can subscribe and watch the videos and get a code to watch some special videos that I have. Right now, I just put them on YouTube until I get. But I don't want to subscribe on YouTube because they take 3.5%. They take the turning 30%, whatever. And they're already screwing me over. So I'm not giving them any more money other than I need to have my instructional videos and my stuff hosted over there until we get moved over to the other place. So I'm going to set it up so you can subscribe through the website, so that we would receive all of the money that you use, and then I'm going to have it set up to where you have a code to watch the special video. So I'll tell you guys a little more about that. Okay, unknown user, you can text me when you get done when I get done, your name and your email address. And I asked everybody to email me, and some people did. Well, I'm sure everybody did, but their names are different than what I know, and I may have missed some. So if you email me to the email address, or actually just text me when we get done talking. Text me your name. Text me your name that I see here, and then what your name's gonna be on the YouTube. I mean, on the email. Okay, because I get a lot of stuff. I get some really smart people. Oh, and then I'll go ahead and hook you up because, like I said, I appreciate you subscribing. And I haven't been over there yet. I've been over on Rumble taking care of that. And I'm also on Odyssey, so I'm streaming over there right now. I'm streaming on 4 places, so you are welcome. And I'll still throw that on the table you guys get over to my channel, Coach's Kitchen, and subscribe. I'll throw you out there. Keep throwing out a bunch of free stuff. I'll throw you. It ain't really free because I appreciate the subscription because my cooking channel is just now getting started. So I remember when I was getting my first 100 subscribers here. Oh my God, that was in 1910, I think. Yeah, and if there's anybody else, just hit me up. I get a lot of junk emails too. So make sure you put in the title cooking in the subtitle, whatever. Just put cooking in there, and that'll stand out. Otherwise, and that might be why I missed it in the first place. So, okay, guys, I'm gonna get out. Thank you for the value sharing your time. I'm getting hungry. I need to go get something to eat and take care of some other business and get ready for tomorrow. So you guys should get over and get that package. You should get the package in case you have a family member that needs to shit down the road. This is the fire right here. It's only going to be on sale for a couple of days. Oh, how to put a lien against some stuff without having that. Oh, I'm real proud of this. Bam.